If you love the blues, you found your new home. The Blues Hotel. Real music. Just talking blues. Real stories. And Blues Moments in Time. The history that shaped it all. 3 podcasts. 1 home. The Blues Hotel Collective. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. From the Blues Hotel Collective, welcome to Blues Moments in Time, where every groove holds a memory and every moment echoes the truth of what came before. Today, we rewind the reel, trace the footsteps, and revisit the chapters that shaped the blues. Here is our host, Kelvin Huggins.
Welcome to Blues Moments in Time, the podcast dedicated to exploring the rich history and the cultural significance of blues music. Today we focus on the events of February 17, a date that weaves together the threads of Texas grit, Chicago piano, and the struggle for dignity. Let's start with the cultural landscape. On this day in 1902, the great Marian Anderson was born in Philadelphia. While she conquered the world of opera, her spirit is foundational to the blues story. When she was denied the right to sing at Constitutional Hall because of her race, her dignity in the face of segregation became a beacon. She proved that black artistry could not be silenced, a truth that every bluesman and blueswoman has lived by ever since. Now, let's turn our attention to the political climate. 40 years after Anderson's birth, on February 17, 1942, Huey P. Newton was born. As the co-founder of the Black Panther Party, Newton represented a new militant consciousness in Black America. This shift from asking to demanding rippled through the music world, pushing the blues away from the acoustic back porch sound toward the harder electrified and funk-driven soul blues of the late 60s and 70s. Of course, no discussion of blues history would be complete without exploring the music itself. On this day in 1927, the Empress of the blues, Bessie Smith, stepped into a studio to record After You've Gone. It captures the moment where blues and jazz were holding hands, cementing her legacy as the most powerful voice of her generation. Fast forward to 1966, and we find Bob Dylan in Nashville, recording Stuck Inside of Mobile with the Memphis Blues Again. It was a moment where the counterculture tipped its hat to the genre, acknowledging that you couldn't have rock and roll without the Memphis Blues. February 17 has also marked the beginning of life for some incredible blues musicians, specifically for the Texas scene. In 1949, we saw the birth of Doyle Bramhall, a drummer and songwriter who became the heartbeat of the Austin sound and a key collaborator with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Just 5 years later, in 1954, the fiery Luann Barton was born. If you want to know what a Texas Roadhouse sounds like at 2 a.m, you're just listening to Luann sing. And sadly, February 17 has also been a day of loss. In 1982, we lost the jazz genius Thelonious Monk, whose angular piano playing was always deeply rooted in the blues form. And more recently, in 2020, we said goodbye to Henry Gray. At 95 years old, Henry was one of the last living links to the golden era of Chicago blues, having pounded the keys for Howlin' Wolf. When he passed, a massive library of blues history closed its doors forever. And that's all the time that we have for today's episode of Blues Moments in Time. Join us next time as we continue to explore the fascinating history of the blues.